Welcome to the third episode of Chernobyl. The show is really heating up, and if you're enjoying my reactions, please do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. I release movie reactions every week. I'd love to have you join me. But like I said, the show is heating up. We last left off. There was 3 wonderful, brave human beings standing in the dark abyss of a mouse maze. I don't know how else to describe it. And frankly, I don't have anything else I want to say. I just want to watch the show, so let's experience episode 3 of Chernobyl for the very first time. I said things are heating up in the intro. That's just terrible. Things started pretty hot. Like, we really opened this with a bang. Oh, that radiation sound. The pops are right back in it. I mean, wow, the panic they have to be feeling. Also, like, to not really even be able to adequately communicate, it has to be one of the most terrifying feelings you can feel. All right, so they're able to have at least a minimal amount of light from whatever that pumping thing was. I wonder if they'd be able to get more done quicker with if they turned off those radiation detectors. That sound is so unnerving. Did they get it done? Is it over? Thank you. Someone giving that victory signal.
I'm here to see my husband. He's a firefighter from Chernobyl. I have permission.
I'm sorry, no visitors.
Come on, man. It's his wife. You make an exception. Or let the bribe sway you.
You can't be here, it's not safe.
I am here to see my husband, Vasily Ignatenko.
You can see him for 30 minutes. Not a minute more. But
Thank
you
you.
can't touch him in any way. Do you understand?
Oh, wait, I haven't finished yet.
Oh, jeez.
There's no hiding from you, is there?
Oh my gosh, they're gonna immediately touch. What are you doing? You shouldn't be touching him. Oh, it's heartbreaking. Did she not understand, or did she not care? If she didn't care, more power to her. Maybe one final embrace with the one you love is worth the consequences. What do I know? I'm single.
Someone decided that the evacuation zone should be 30 kilometers when we know here that's 200 kilometers away.
It was decided.
Based on what?
I don't know.
It's fair.
Is this really the way it all works? An uninformed, arbitrary decision that will cost who knows how many lives made by some apparatchik, some career party man?
You should watch your tone, Comrade Legaza.
The fire is nearly extinguished, but the temperature is rising. And
The meltdown has begun.
Get off him! You're hurting him!
You can't be in here.
Wow. I kind of like how time is moving a little bit faster the further we into the series we get. Wait, isn't that true? Like, time in the midst of a disaster, it really does move so slow at first, and then it's like it just gets away from you.
The concrete pad will last for 6 to 8 weeks. Legasov estimates a 50% chance that the fuel will breach the pad and melt down into the groundwater itself. The primary water supply for approximately 50 million people. We're recommending we install a heat exchanger under the pad to lower the core temperature and halt the meltdown. We will need all of the liquid nitrogen in the Soviet Union.
Wow. I mean, it's worth it. Give it to them.
Whatever you need, you have it. That should be clear
Yes.
by now. Anything else?
No.
Thank you.
yes, I'd like to address the 30-kilometer exclusion zone.
Wow.
Minor details, General Secretary.
No. Incorrect.
You are there for one reason only.
I don't want questions. I want to know when this will be over.
Not within our lifetimes.
Yeah, just hang up.
I think you and I should take a walk.
What will happen to our boys?
The skin blisters, turns red, then black. The immune system fails. The organs and soft tissue begin to decompose. The arteries and veins spill open like sieves.
Very well explained. Just...
And what about us?
Cancer. Or aplastic anemia. Either way, fatal.
In a sense, it would seem we've got enough easy then.
Comparatively? Sure. I don't think anyone in this situation is getting off easy, however.
I've seen them before.
Now you know why I wanted to take a walk. You can presume the work site is bugged. And our rooms...
I've been here the whole time.
Oh.
But if we're seeing them out in the open now, it's because they want us to know.
They seem so nice. I'm sure they are nice, just...
There's something I've wanted to ask you, comrade, but I see you're already asking yourself the same question.
Why did it explode?
Yeah. At some point, we have to answer that.
It's not possible.
And yet, everyone who was in the control room, they're all in Moscow. Hospital number 6. We need to find out exactly what happened that night. Go now, while they're still alive.
Yeah,
Because if we don't find out how this happened, it will happen again.
that's so true.
Be careful.
Yeah, please be careful. I mean, she's my favorite character just because she's the first to just step up and do what's right, I feel like. Well, both of them. But I just don't want anything bad to happen to her. We know what happens to him, unfortunately.
I need all 100 men to gather their equipment and get on the trucks.
Wow.
Do you? To where?
That's classified.
Come on, then. Start shooting. You haven't got enough bullets for all of us.
This guy's spirited.
We don't leave unless we know why.
Good for you.
You're going to Chernobyl. The reactor fuel is going to sink into the ground and poison the water from Kiev to the Black Sea. Forever, they say. They want you to stop that from happening.
Recruiting workers, fantastic. Not telling them where they're going and giving them the option, wrong. Good man. I had a feeling he'd go willingly. He just needed to be told. I mean, this is very important work. Also, I like, yes. He deserved to have his suit dirtied.
Now you look like the Minister of Coal.
I told you no touching.
Right?
They touch you. It's safe for them, it's safe for me.
Why is she laughing? I was thinking great makeup job all over his body.
Told you I'd show you Moscow, didn't I?
Yes.
Her performance, so good. Subtle and effective, and wow.
I'm not a nurse, Comrade Dyatlov. I'm a nuclear physicist.
You can get the out of my room.
Wow. So friendly. I mean, it kind of figures people might be reluctant to talk to her. But like we need to find out. We need answers. Welcome, coal miners. Incredibly significant work. Vital.
My advice, tell the truth. These men work in the dark. They see everything.
Do these work?
To an extent.
We need to install a liquid nitrogen heat exchanger underneath this concrete pad.
And what's above the pad?
The core of the nuclear reactor.
Which is melting down.
Literally. The most dangerous thing on the
They're
planet.
gonna fall on top of us.
Not if you're done within 6 weeks.
We're gonna need more men. 400 at least. We'll have to work round the clock. How deep do you want this tunnel? 6 meters?
12. For your protection. At that depth, you'll be shielded from much of the radiation.
The entrance to the tunnel won't be 12 meters below ground. And we're not 12 meters below ground now.
He's good at sniffing out the BS.
If these worked, you'd be wearing them.
Wow. Valid point.
Are they all like that?
They're all like that.
Smart, intelligent, and hardworking. Sounds like good people. Wow.
What's it up to?
50 degrees.
We need fans. It's 50 degrees in there. We need ventilation.
Fans will put dust in the air. The dust will go in your lungs.
I've been breathing dust in my lungs for 20 years.
Not this dust.
That's a valid point. So 50 degrees Celsius is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot as heck. But like, you know, I get the reason for not having fans. It's poor miners.
I want you to tell me everything that happened on the night of the accident.
Yes,
Finally.
I want to tell.
I know you do, buddy.
Senior engineer, how old are you?
25.
Her taking this in is powerful. The streaming of blood and tears. Every move she makes, she is an astounding woman.
It isn't safe for you
He's
here.
my husband.
Not anymore. He's something else now, do you understand? He's dangerous to you.
He's burned.
He's both.
I don't want him to die alone.
Stay on the other side of the plastic. Or I'll have you removed by security.
No one should die alone. I don't expect her to stay on the other side of the plastic. Especially if no one's there to hold her to that. Although I so certainly wish she would, only because I would like her to live.
Stay.
No, it's nighttime now.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have a baby.
Wow. She's pregnant. Oh my god. No, no, no. Go on the other side of the plastic. I didn't know you were pregnant.
The fire's out.
Congrats.
It's out, Valera. I know the job isn't over.
Still, it's worth taking time to celebrate small victories. Actually, that's a pretty big victory. The fire's out.
It's the miners.
Wow. I mean, hey, whatever it takes to survive the 122-degree. I don't care if they don't like it. If you are able to keep working.
We can give us fans. It's too hot for clothes. So we're digging the old way. This is the way our fathers mined.
To the old way?
You're not as protected. No.
You tell him to make a difference.
It would not. He knows it and you know it.
Why didn't you initiate an emergency shutdown? Why didn't you press the AZ5 button?
We did.
Leonid, that's not possible.
None of this is possible.
I saw him do it, and that's when it exploded.
Wow.
What?
Now that's something.
I pressed it before the explosion. Why? Why would that happen? I did everything right. I did everything right.
Get out of here. Go. You let her in that room, inside the plastic, touching him.
Obviously, she didn't let her.
People are going to hear. Do you understand? Everyone is going to hear.
What is everyone going to hear?
May 7th. Wow. Time is just moving.
Homyuk was arrested last night.
What? Why?
I don't know. I'm working on it.
The immediate danger is over. Now I'm afraid a long war must begin.
Yep.
This entire region must be completely evacuated. All animals still surviving within the zone, whether domesticated or wild, must be presumed contaminated and will have to be destroyed.
Extreme, but probably necessary.
How many deaths?
Thousands. Perhaps tens of thousands. My associate was arrested last night.
Oh?
I think the deputy chairman is busy.
No. It's perfectly understandable. The KGB is a circle of accountability. Nothing more.
Okay.
You know the work we're doing here.
Please let her out of jail.
I need her.
So you will be accountable for her? Then it's done.
That went surprisingly well. You came off like a naive idiot. Naive idiots are not a threat.
Maybe that was his strategy. Either way, it worked.
The core will melt through to the groundwater. Even the miners I've told to dig under the reactor will save millions of lives.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm killing them for nothing.
It's worth
I don't want to do this
the risk,
anymore.
I think.
But I can't. I don't think you have a choice any more than I do. You're compelled.
Yeah.
The problem has been assigned and you'll stop at nothing until you find an answer.
It's the problem with having such a strong moral conviction. You don't have a choice but to follow it. That's why these two are heroes in this series.
They say Akimov pressed AZ5 and then the reactor exploded.
Yes, something really, really went wrong.
I think it makes no sense.
But
I believe them.
pursue every possibility, no matter how unlikely.
Rest in peace. And there she is, alone. And she's, that quiver, she's, oh, so good. So heartbreaking. I understand, obviously, yes, please bury them in this way, but it's tragic to have your, someone you love so deeply buried in concrete. Yeah. Then again, I mean, what? Nothing about this is easy. Nothing. And that's the end of that. We're getting further and further away from the initial incident. We're continuing to, or really we're starting to actually investigate what happened and how, because, early on, of course, everyone was saying how, or that's not possible. And I'm just like, how doesn't matter right now, because that was like the incident, the beginning of the disaster is not the time to ask questions. Now is the time to start asking questions before you can't ask them anymore, because we do need to find out how, as they said, so that we can make sure it doesn't happen again. It is frustrating how the KGB is stepping in and just being so involved. So, accountability. Arresting her, it's just so frustrating. But they're making progress. I'm very curious about the fact that they hit the button and then it doesn't make sense for sure. Hopefully is there just some kind of design flaw? And is it in all the others? Like, what's going on? This is absolutely wild. The makeup, incredible. It's so incredible I don't want to look at it. It looks so real. Yeah, it was hard to watch. Especially of course, the woman who is pregnant. It was hard to watch as she continued to break protocol. I'm curious if we'll see any adverse effects of that, or if her role is done now that her husband is passed and buried. I don't know. I have to give this show credit that they are explaining technical jargon and geography and all this stuff that I don't claim to have like firsthand knowledge of, like all this area and everything. They're doing a great job of just explaining and presenting it in such a way that is just crystal clear. Again, this show is really great. That one was, I think, I'm not even sure if this is true. I think that was a little bit slower than the others, but it was really like more time passed than the first two as well. It's just kind of like letting the events settle, letting things sink in. There was a lot of progress made, and now in the final two episodes, I don't really know what we're going to see or what's going to transpire, but I think we're going to see, probably as they continue to try to solve the initial problems, I think we're going to see more political conflict, perhaps. At least that's what I'm expecting. So we'll see. I am excited to see how this begins to wrap up moving into the final two episodes, and hopefully you'll join me as well to see how this all ends, so you can find my reaction here. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button if you're enjoying it, and yeah, thanks to my patrons. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.